Sharan and all the delegates who have been with us. I think we've all graduated with top honors because I think this is for the first time in India that such, prestigious and sought after national awards have been done virtually, and they have been done flawlessly. We've started at 9 o'clock this morning. It is going to be 6 in 5 minutes. We've stuck to our schedule. We have not had a single glitch. And I think it's commendable for all of us that we've been able to be together and celebrate the greatness of this country. Just wanted to share with you the success of the virtual exhibition. This is data from the dashboard. You can see there were 30,389 users, over 51,400 sessions who took the time out. On an average, they spent 7.5 minutes and they went through 6 pages per session. So they saw every 6 booths in each session before they made up their mind and they voted for you. One of the things I am very concerned about is that, while what has happened is a big tribute to Digital India, but what is happening again in India, Kunal, if you take to the next slide, is that everything is moving online. And even before the COVID, whether it was e-commerce, whether it is venture-funded companies, tech companies, the Amazons, the Flipkarts, everything is going online. And this is going to really impact the real business, which is the regular mom and pop shops, so on and so forth. But so be it, because this is life. However, the problem is that, technology is a great differentiator. Everyone is using technology as a differentiator and going online. But technology is also a great equalizer, which is something that people do not understand. Beyond a point, everyone's technology will look about the same. One of the earliest adopters of going online was our banking industry. So today, if you look at one bank and the other, from their internet banking offerings, you'll find that there is no difference whatsoever. And this is an area where, you find that a lot of people who have been asking, am I still relevant? These are the people who come from the humanities fields or creative fields or artistic fields, design fields, graphic fields. They're saying, so what is it that we can do? And we are trying to do an initiative called Digital Arts Forum, where if you are any kind of a design person, from engineering to architecture to design, we believe that it is people like you who is going to give a differentiation to a technology world. The technology world has no soul. Just to share with you, we are all on WhatsApp. We may be connected with 1,000 people or 500 people on WhatsApp, but you'll realize that you talk to only 10 or 15 very often. Those are the people you emotionally connect with. So the challenge for computers and online is, how do you give that human touch to online? And that can only come through the field of humanities. So while you are here, this is not your field, but since you are from all over the country, I will encourage you, if you have graphic artists, if you have DTP operators, if you have engineers, if you have fashion designers, if you have architects, if you have engineering drawing students in your areas, do encourage them to join digitalartsforum.com. We have started a capacity building exercise. There's going to be a series of 6 lectures from biodesign, bioengineering to a lot of other cutting edge areas which are not hereto available in India. We want them to really learn. Kunal is showing, for example, we have the Dean of Jindal School who's talking about advanced design thinking, what needs to alter. We have a lady from UCL London, Shneel Malik. She looks at biological structure like algae and tries to interpret those into building designs. Similarly, we have Kadeen James, a very, very famous designer again from UK, and she's done a lot of extensive work around water and water-based, water-inspired design. So my request is, make this event also a success, get more and more people to join into this. See you soon in another episode of Scott Summit. Thank you very much.